Thanks very much for joining me on Faces Friday. I'm Lynn Sherritt. I'm going to share with you an outstanding example of bringing school improvement work together by the staff at St. Joseph's Wauchope, Lismore, New South Wales. You'll hear teachers and leaders discuss data walls as a brave reality check, and also hear their mantra, every child, every day. You'll hear about case management meetings and having time in the school day to look at a piece of student work and think about next steps and what's important in changing up instruction to meet each student's needs. And you'll also hear about Bump It Up walls, great examples for students to use about how to self-assess where they are and where they need to go next. Have a listen.
Learning journal that has led St. Joseph's School Wauchope on an aspirational but achievable opportunity to improve outcomes for all students. Every child, every day. The data wall, the most important opportunity to look for evidence of students' improvement and growth. If we believe in parameter 1, we then must also agree that we are responsible for every learner. Our school required a rethink around the data wall. It led us to a momentous shift and behaviour change for our teachers and staff.
This year, we had a reality check. Our data wall wasn't being owned or addressed. We went back to our wall, gathered voices from staff, and this brave approach took us to a new avenue and reminded us that data walls won't be, nor should be, perfect. Our decision landed us with a change in both axes, a revamp of the data cards, and the way we are displaying the data. Staff now embedding parameter 6, beginning every PLT meeting with the wall, and nominating students of wonder for case management meetings.
This year, we ensure time in the school day is set aside to implement a case management approach. We hold 20-minute case management meetings focused on students from the data wall, one student at a time, who teachers are struggling with to provide the right instruction to grow and be extended.
Instructional strategies that you've actually used first.
Within our classroom this term, we've worked really hard as a stage to create a Bump It Up wall with examples that could be used.
Probably focus on one that may be really effective and that you're going to implement into your own practice.
Probably the one from today is that an individualised scaffold for JD.
Through ongoing professional learning about the assessment waterfall framework, we have learnt transparent teacher and student self-assessment practices make the difference to student growth and achievement. We have granted time to unpack learning intentions and success criteria as a staff and set targeted team goals. These goals have had check-in points with knowledgeable others and other stages.
Our goal in kindergarten was to explicitly teach what is a learning intention and success criteria. So we have divided our goal into a few separate parts. So firstly, we're going to talk about our learning intention, kind of evaluating how our students are going. We used our Venn diagrams over a period of a couple of weeks, getting the children to pretend to be the teacher. We have been pairing them up with a friend to say the learning intention, getting them to repeat it to each other, getting them to ask them what they're learning and why. Majority of them have made the connection with our learning intention to be exactly what they're going back to their desk to do.
As I said, this is a really strong example of collaboration and how teachers work together to really refine precision in practice. The assessment waterfall chart provided the staff with a self-assessment tool that made a difference to increasing all students' growth and achievement. All staff get it and are committed to fitting all the pieces of school improvement together to really move students forward and to use the 5 questions as a self-assessment tool. How are the students traveling in terms of their precision around answering those questions? And what do we need to do now as teachers, given the answers to these 5 questions? Thanks very much, staff at St. Joseph's.